SPD emergency!
I will never get over how cheesy this opening is. Who even said that? Okay, so Power Rangers SPD was one of the many Ranger seasons I grew up with as a kid. Just to preface things, at the time of this recording, I'm currently 19 years old, so that means I was about six or seven at the time of the show's airing. And when I say grew up with the series, I mean I caught as much of it as I could when it came on, like ABC Family or the late but great Jetix. SPD, Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm, and a bunch more were series I saw a lot of, but never really got to see all those years ago. Now with the complete series releases on DVD, I finally had the chance to sit back and watch through the shows that made up one of the largest parts of my childhood. SPD is the one I'm on now, and oh my god. I've seen a lot of people ranking their favorite Power Rangers seasons in a top 3 list recently, and I was thinking about doing the same myself, but I found that it was, for one, harder than expected, and two, that each season I'd seen had its own unique feel that made it hard to place it in a list. But if I ever make a top 3 of any sort, SPD would have to be at the top. There's no way. There's no doubt in my mind. There's so many things that I want to talk about with this show, but Reflection is what I've had my mind set on, seeing that I just recently finished it. Reflections is a 2-parter revolving around a monster who is capable of storing a person's darkest memories and can slip through any reflective surface available to escape any situation. Sky is sent to interrogate this criminal alone. Can I just say, when I first saw this, I legit thought he was going to tape up his glasses. Like, listen up, I can't see you, but don't do nothing stupid or I'm gonna try to find my morpher, I don't know. The monster named Murloc makes a deal with Sky to reveal information as long as he gives him his darkest memory. This is where we really learn about Sky's father. I mean, we've seen the photo of him in Sky's room every now and then, but now we're told his father was a Red Ranger fighting an SPD who unfortunately lost his life in battle. This is the reasoning for why Sky acted the way he did. Sky's retelling of his father's legacy and the notion given by Murloc that he will treasure them forever causes him to break down, allowing the monster to escape literally through his tears. Why is this scene so good and why am I crying now? From the very beginning, the show lets you know that Sky wants to be Red. I mean, like, any chance he gets, like, Kruger, can I be Red? No. Okay, well, maybe not like that, but still. His jealousy of Kruger's choice in making Jack the team leader is beyond apparent, but it makes sense. While it did make Sky a bit of a buzzkill and not the most down-to-earth person.
No time for games anymore. If you remember, we have an enemy sitting out in space. Grum's not playing games, neither am I.
It never made me feel as though he had any sort of malicious or harmful intent. He wanted to be Red because he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. He worked, he trained, he did the best he could, and in the end he was given the title of SPD Blue. Not that there was anything wrong with that. This created a pretty seated, not really rivalry between Jack and Sky, but enough of a rift to where they would literally argue with each other while inside a giant robot roaming through the city with innocent bystanders. Like, guys, chill out, we want to live too. Over the course of the series, Sky's growth as a character continues to move higher and higher. There will be times where he'll acknowledge Jack and his leadership skills, whether it be to tell him he should work on his own commands or to congratulate him on a job well done. But even so, the rift still stands in the back of his mind. The dynamic between these two Rangers is written so well at times it really does feel like a brotherly relationship. Jack goes to have a talk with Sky, who contemplated giving up due to his inability to keep the monster in the secluded room where he escaped from. Heroes come in all colors.
Sky, heroes come in all colors.
One of my favorite quotes from Power Rangers in general is given from one of the greatest Red Rangers we've ever had, and can easily be used as a quote to summarize the entire franchise. Right up there with Together We Are More. By the way, are we getting a sequel or not? After a struggle between Omega and Murloc, Murloc attempts to belittle and insult Sky's ability, saying he's worthless and won't amount to anything. I mean, okay, I think. I don't exactly remember if he said that, but I mean, come on, it was on the lines of that. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. Naturally, the Rangers come to his aid, and you know what? That's another thing SPD does right. The interactions between the team. I mean, it did start off with the typical, like, we don't all get along, but we'll get through it sort of thing. But I like that it's not just everyone from different worlds. Sky, Bridge, and Sid were already part of SPD, while Jack and Sky were... I didn't write Sky there. What in the world? Sky, Bridge, and Sid were already part of SPD, while Jack and Z were thieves. Wait, thieves? Kaito? That was one of the most irrelevant jokes I've ever made. Anyways, they all work towards better understanding each other's strengths, weaknesses, and ways of thinking. While Sky can come off as rude a good amount of the time, they still respect him and appreciate him for who he is. This is where the defining moment of the episode kicks in. Jack lends his morpher over to his blue partner, allowing him to do what he's worked so hard for.
This one's for you, Dad.
SPD emergency!
I saw this and thought I was gonna scream. This was such a rewarding moment. The whole time we watched him work his way up, upset over his suit color, but continuing to fight anyways. This was something that meant the world to him. And even though he didn't agree with the decision, he didn't let it get in the way of what was most important, protecting the people of the city. He not only got to finally become the Red Ranger, but also utilized the newly debuted Battleizer to deal the finishing blow.
Power down!
Oh my god, is he smiling? Dude, they got Sky to smile when he's not joking nobody. No, but seriously, seeing him so happy and the whole team proud of him was beyond wholesome. This was what he was waiting for, and he absolutely deserved it. I'm probably overanalyzing or looking too far into this two-parter, but I love it so much. It's just a good time. Sky learning to move past his worst memories, trust in his team, and just be proud of his position and stance in SPD makes me so proud of this character. And you know he made his dad proud.
You know, Jack, heroes come in all colors.
Power Rangers SPD, just as a show in general, is so well written. I mean, I've had so much fun and enjoyment with this series. I want to keep making different videos revolving around Power Rangers and different plot points in general. So if you enjoyed this video and have any criticisms, leave them down in the comments. I'd really love to see them and hope to improve the videos that come from this sort of content. Thank you for watching and sticking with me. I clearly didn't script this ending, so I hope to see you guys next time.